Alright, good morning. This is a little video kind of kick off the second week here of class, and what I want to touch base on is just remind you of how the class is running each week, where you should be looking for things as we come in. So, as you can see right here, this is still my day 2. So here in a minute, once I'm done recording this video, I'll have this uploaded right here and right in this news feed right in the middle. Remember, you can always click on the news button itself, and that'll pull up all the different news announcements that I've posted since the class has started. And we'll come back to that in just a moment, all right? So from my home, as you come in, you see yourself right here. So let's address a couple things real quickly. First of all is that most of y'all started off your account with a temporary access code. So it's time for you to go ahead and make the commitment and get that purchase because all you have is 14 days. So you need to purchase your access code, whether you're going to do it online from the textbook company or whether you go to the bookstore on the Albany State West campus and purchase it. Just a My Math Lab student access code is what it is. So check around, see if what your best deal is. It looks like My Math Lab online is selling it for $107. I think at the bookstore it's 127-ish. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. So check your price and see what you want. Now, when we go into homework, up to this point, I've told you, okay, well, let's just go into My Math Lab right here on the left-hand side. We click on this. Obviously, we just choose all assignments is probably the easiest. And what this does is this basically brings up the work right here in the middle of the screen. So I can see what I have going on. You can see that I've added in the assignments that are due for the coming week. Now, with this, what I want you to understand is that that is somewhat restrictive. And I wanted our two courses to be connected. I wanted the My Math Lab and the Georgia View to be connected so for administration purposes. But I want to let you know that you are welcome to go ahead and go to, and you're not going to be able to see this, but you're welcome to go to My Math Lab. You're welcome to type into your web browser mymathlab.com, whatever, or Pearson.com, and find the My Math Lab page, and it'll bring you to. So if you do My Math Lab and you bring up this, do your Pearsons like this, come over to the right-hand side over here, and the first time you come in and click Sign In. Yep, go ahead and don't show me that. I know we got that. Okay, so this will bring you into your courses that you have inside of My Math Lab. And so at this point, we go into our class. So here we are. And then this is the exact same thing that you have when you're inside of your Georgia View. So inside of Albany State West Georgia View, this is what you're going to see. If you go to My Math Lab and you click on Assignments, you're going to see the same thing. So now, the benefit of you guys doing it this way is that obviously there's way more room. So now when I start explaining and going through this process here, you're going to see you have way more room to work. And as a matter of fact, you can actually hide this menu and make this thing like full screen, or you can put it back, however you want. I still will do all my communication through Georgia View, so that way everything's housed inside of Albany State stuff. But you're welcome to log into My Math Lab that way, and that your working area is a little bit larger. Okay, so my second objective for this video is I wanted to make sure that you understand the process or the intent of the content delivery for this class. So some questions that have popped up so far is, Mr. Fix, I did my homework. It's showing that I got them all right, but I don't have 100%. Well, the reason is because these videos count. So when I open up, for example, this week, one of your first assignments is, your second assignment this week is R1, real numbers and properties. And when you open this up, you can see inside the assignment, I have 2 videos that you're required to watch. Well, actually, excuse me, one's a video and the other one is just a link to the textbook. So for this part with the textbook, all you have to do is just open it up. It's just there in case you wanted to go back and look inside the textbook. So just by opening this up, letting it open, taking a look at it, like as needed, it's there as a reference. But if you don't open that up, it's not going to give you credit. And so therefore you're going to lose that point. Just waiting for it to pull. So you can see now you have full access to the textbook, which you have access to the textbook over here on the left-hand side. And I'll show that to you in just a minute. And so you can come to the textbook here, and let's see. I like to make this a little bit smaller so I can see the whole page. I know it's harder for you to see on the video, but now I can see the whole page, and now I can kind of go through page by page. So this kind of walks me through the review. And so if you didn't get enough information from the video, you can come in here and look at examples and so forth. So that's just there. I probably won't do that very often. I just let it there to play with this time. But same thing with this video right here. Now you notice the green check mark. That means that you got your point for that. Same with this video. If you don't click on that video and you don't watch this video, then you're not going to get credit for that point. So by clicking on that and hitting play and going through and taking notes off of this video is you know, that's the key thing, is you have to go through and watch this video, and as you're watching the video, what I suggest is like right here, you would pause the video, and a cool thing, if you hit your space bar on, space bar off, that way you don't have to use your mouse, you can just let it roll, and then when you're ready, once you have that written down, then you go ahead and hit the space bar again, let it roll on through. Another cool trick while you're taking notes off these videos is notice the speed. You can speed him up to 1.5 times. And now I know that's like, whoa, wait a second, that's too fast. But the whole point is you listen to him, you hit pause, you copy it down. You listen to him, you hit pause, you copy that down. You listen, and there is sound I haven't muted. You hit pause, you copy it down. So you kind of go through this process, and it'll make the video go a little bit faster. I mean, obviously you can always put the speed back to normal and then do the same process, hit space bar, and that starts it back up. But that way your hands don't have to go back and forth with the keyboard. It's just a cool little shortcut. So you should be watching these videos. When you open up these assignments and you see these videos like this, you should be watching those videos and taking notes off of those videos. I have placed them there. So that way if you watch this video, then you should be able to go into these problems and move pretty effectively, okay? So, you know, you come into question number 1, and then obviously you have this process. And remember, I'm reviewing how you should be doing this. So here, there's a video, but that video is not required. That's if you get stuck and you're not sure. Now this video is going to be very similar to that video I already had you watch. So you can go through, you have the option of clicking right here to get my video that is assigned. You can come over here and you can go to the textbook, which is just like the other link I have, and open that up and look at examples. Or you can go off your notes right now and say, okay, let's see, I want natural numbers. So you go through here and you choose the ones you think are natural. So you say that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, which is clearly wrong, right? So check my answer. Nope, and it tells you at least one of these is incorrect. So you click OK, and you go back, you try to refine it, and remember that whole process of now I fix what, you know, I say, okay, that's right. Natural numbers are whole numbers. So 2, 0 is not a natural number. So I click check, and bam, I've got it. And then I go on to the next question. And same process. So if you're not sure what to do, I've got a video right here that you can watch. You're not required to watch it. The only ones you're required to watch are the assigned videos. You need to have green check marks by both of those to get full credit. So if you've done an old assignment and you missed out on that, just go back and watch those videos and just add those points on. Don't stress out if you don't get 100%. It's part of the learning process. I'm not going to go back and change a bunch of settings. I promise that's not going to affect your final grade. At the end of the semester, you need me to round your grade up a little bit because you're teeter-tottering on a 69.7. I guarantee I'm going to round you up, okay? So don't stress out on that. So that was my second objective. How should I be doing these homework assignments? And to make sure we understand that you can go in and do these homeworks. Let's get out of here. So once I go in here, I can go back. Even though 1.1a was due last Sunday or yesterday, I can click on this guy, and I can go back in here, and I can either review or I can improve my score. So remember, at the end of the semester, I want you guys to have, when I look at, you should click on improve if you don't already have a 90 or higher. But at the end of the semester, when you look at your grade book, oops, let's not do that. When you look at your grade book, your homework average should be an A. There's no excuse not to have an A for your homework. All right? So kind of the layout of, remind you of how this whole process goes. All right? Last thing I want to say is that when we go back inside of Georgia View and I go to course home, a lot of you, like I said, have purchased, or I'm sorry, used a temporary access code, and you need to go buy that new access code. And so I want to remind you what the process is once you get that access code. So I'm going to have a video up in here. I'm just going to pull out the video that you've already watched or should have watched once. So here's the video from our intro to how to create an account. So I'm going to pull that video up real quick. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube to be easier to see. If you scoot yourself forward to about the 3-minute mark on this video, and I'll say this in the email, and we start watching it, what this is going to do is it's going to remind you of this whole process of how I told you to go into these links over here. But if you wanted to, just like I just mentioned, you can go ahead and go into My Math Lab by going to Pearson. And this is the way that you're going to need to do if you want to, once you have your access code, for you to be able to enter that access code. So here's the example. So we go to Pearson, My Math Lab, you sign in, because you already have an account. Remember, we talked about that. And at this point right here, I'm going to hit pause. But you see this temporary access. Let me back it up a touch. So when you come into this end here, you're going to see your course right there that you're going to be logging into. Yours will say 051, but this is what you'll click on. You click on this yellow tab right here, and that's where it'll give you the option to be able to enter your new access code that you've purchased. And then that'll make your account official for the time being until you finish this class. So if you have that 14-day access code, please make sure that you take time. This is the process that you go through to get it. I'll remind you, go into this video here and I'll have it posted so you can watch the news and catch up on these processes, okay? All right, so good luck with this. Please remember to email me if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.